again. Guess who's back again. Don't sue us, Slim Shady.
Oh, it's gonna drop.
I think I like that sound.
We'll see how it sounds in like the real recording.
The sound
The sound of a winter sangria pouring out of a mason jar.
You're giving me a lot more and not you.
No, there's more in here. Ooh, that was a nice little claim.
I think the best part.
That's good, right?
Yeah,
that's good.
A nice winter sangria crafted by bartender Michelle Ciccatelli.
Actually crafted by my mother.
Oh God, I love that woman.
Ciccatelli. We had a family party this weekend, so she made some sangria.
Cheers to Kathy.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good.
There's some brandy in it.
Ooh. All right.
So it's not just wine, but
a good cheers.
A good cheers. Welcome.
Cheers to all of you. Welcome to our podcast. Someone hang out with us. I'm Haley.
I'm Michelle.
Yeah, that's true.
What episode are we on now?
Oh, gee, I forget.
Is this 8?
This is like 8.
This is 8.
No.
Yeah, this is 8.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I just...
No.
Yeah, it is 8. Which is kind of nuts.
It is.
That's honestly 8 more than I thought we would do in August when we thought about this.
When we were like, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, we're sticking it out. We hope you are too.
I'm really happy. I was thinking about it. So, I never know what to say when someone asks me what our podcast is about. I just say it's about nothing. And, I feel
nothing and everything.
Right. I feel like I'm, devaluing our podcast a little by saying that, but, what am I supposed to say? We just, drink and do BuzzFeed quizzes or,
Yeah, I mean, it's more like so what I tell people is, every episode is a different drink and a different topic. So the topic's always changing, but we always start by opening and pouring a drink.
But you tell them that much? That's a lot. If someone said to you, what's your podcast about? If someone asked me, what was Reply all about? Okay, that's a podcast I like. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, it's tech nerds solving tech problems.
To me, that, doesn't cover it, though.
Oh.
Because I listened to, a few episodes, and it's not what it was to me. I don't know. Because then I don't know if I would know how to categorize that podcast either.
Yeah.
It's hard with a podcast, unless you're, specifically talking about the same thing every podcast, but then it's boring. How many episodes could you have?
True.
If you,
I think our shtick is just, being friends and hanging out, and I don't know if you know the trend on YouTube of, mukbangs or whatever they're called.
What?
Mukbang.
I don't know what that is.
Basically, it's just, a YouTuber eats their dinner or lunch in front of the camera and, talks to you like a conversation.
About their day?
Yeah, so it's you're not alone if you're eating, alone. Which I'm not into it so much. I think it's a little weird, but I think
it's a little
this
weird.
is similar.
It borders on that.
Yeah.
Because it's the person watching or listening to this could just be sitting here with us and hanging out.
Yeah.
But it's not we're speaking directly to them so they don't feel alone.
Right.
I mean, I get that you can feel a kinship with the people on YouTube or on a podcast, and if you want time alone and you want to listen to those things, but I feel if you're substituting that for human interaction,
yeah, but it's remember when we would go to the GSU and you're alone while you eat sometimes between class or whatever. I think it's that kind of thing, or
yeah.
I mean, there are lonely people in the world. We're very lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would equate it to that, this podcast. Just a little.
Yeah, it has similarities, I would say. So
if you're an antisocial person who listens to us, I'm sorry we totally just made fun of you a little.
Yeah. But also
whoops.
we can't be the substitution for real human contact.
Yeah. pause this podcast and go and pick up the phone and call someone and talk about your day. Just be like, hey, I'm thinking about you. What's going on?
Or, like, go get a cup of coffee and, like, say, hi, how are you, to the barista.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
That's good. That's your challenge. Oh my God, we're so inspirational and
We're
uplifting.
so...
I can't even believe how amazing
we are. Should be giving life advice.
I know.
We are qualified. Yes.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I did too, but I couldn't think of anything else.
Okay, well, I mean, what does it say, though, that, like, you and I just do this, like, once a week to hang out and, like, talk, though? You know what I mean?
Like, what does it say about us?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we might get into that in our psychoanalysis episode that we want to have
True.
eventually, but I think it... Well, I think, like, you know how you see those memes that are, like, when you and your best friend, like, think you're so funny that you should have your own show?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we did it.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, we weren't just like, oh, we're so funny, we should have a show.
Yeah.
We were, like, we have so much fun together, we should share it with the world. We were like, okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right. You're right. The difference between all of you and me and Michelle is we did it.
We thought so highly of ourselves.
My head is just exploding the more we talk about this podcast. Ugh. It's just filling up
Yeah.
with ego.
It was, yeah, I guess it was also, like, we did need an outlet.
Yeah.
Because we were both like, we don't have jobs yet, like, we're
Yeah.
still hunting, and we want something to do, and we like the idea of this, and we
Yeah.
think it'll be fun. And then we just started having so much fun with it that it just continued, so...
Mm-hmm.
And I think since we started it, when we started it, we were like, oh, we'll have a podcast, but we don't really know how it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
I think since then we've been like, oh, this is how it works.
have
And
a
then
groove.
we have a groove now, so it's like, more ideas keep coming up, so we want to
Mm-hmm.
keep making the episodes.
Yeah.
But-
At first I was like, no way am I going to enjoy this. But I
Really?
do.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
I do,
so
I like
fun.
it.
I don't know, because I never thought of myself as like a public speaker.
Public figure.
I mean, I have always thought of myself as a public figure. I don't know what you're
An
talking
icon.
about. Yeah, a beauty, fashion, everything
Guru.
icon.
Mm-hmm.
But not. I never, like, I was always interested in comedy and stuff, but I never saw myself, like, being involved in that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, on a performer's level.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are.
Here we are. Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's true.
But you always saw
Performer.
yourself as a sort of
I did, but
performer.
not in this way, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw myself before, like, this year doing things where, like, I would start something and, like, create it and then do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think was always like, oh, like, maybe I'll be cast in something one day, or, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't really know that I knew what I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
but now I think I found that was more interesting to me. Like, this is more interesting
Yeah.
to me than that sort of lifestyle of, like, trying to find the right place that I fit.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm like, oh, I like this thing. I want to do this thing. I'm going to make that thing.
Mhm.
So,
Well, welcome to that club. I feel like
Thanks.
I have bouts of that, you know?
yeah.
Like, I would, like, make
But
my
you
own
were
positions.
always sort of like that.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you'd be like, oh, like, all these things in college that you did where you're like, oh, I make the videos for this, like,
Yeah,
club
yeah.
or organization. Like,
But really what
I
I
like you
wanted
made
to
that role
do
for
is,
yourself.
like, make them have the videos and have someone else do it. Like, honestly, as I was making more and more stuff, I was like, what I really want to be doing is telling someone else to do
oh,
this.
the ideas. Like,
Yeah.
yes. I feel that way sometimes, too, where it's like, I like coming up with the concepts.
Yeah.
You know? But I do like the execution of it all.
Mm-hmm.
It just can get complicated.
I think I got tired of editing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Especially when I had to do it for class, too.
Yeah. That's hard.
Ugh.
And then everyone's like, oh, you can edit. Will you do all these things? You know? Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, of course, I live for it. It's gonna go on my resume. Not a single thing I made in college was on my resume.
No.
So,
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah. No, it's same.
Do you have this podcast on your resume?
No.
No.
No. I even have, like,
could
amateur
go
hour
on
on my
it.
resume, but
Oh.
It could. I think it's in my description of amateur hour.
Oh, that's good.
I think. Just because I didn't want to make like a separate.
Yeah. I was afraid.
I only have one page.
Well,
So.
I mean, I had a job pretty soon into this podcast, so I didn't ever put it on. But I'm like afraid of, because like the area I want to go in, I would be afraid of it deterring like hiring of me. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's like, oh, she has a project that she wants to like be famous for.
Oh yeah. So it's gonna like take up all her time, even though like it doesn't.
Or like, oh, she only wants to be part of us so she can like get exposure.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's like when I was interviewing for a lot of things, people would be like, "Are you sure you're not acting right now?"
Yeah.
Like they get really suspicious. So.
Yeah.
But
which I understand.
I understand to a point, but like I probably wouldn't be applying for this job. Like, you know.
Yeah. You're right.
Like if that's what I was doing with my life, I wouldn't be like, yes, I'll commit 40 hours a week to you. Like,
yeah. Well, it's nice that we like can do this on our own, and pretty much the only thing that dictates what we do is like the price of a hard drive or SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you want to be an investor, hit us up.
We're in the market for a hard drive.
Approximately $200 a year to keep this show on the road.
I'd say that's a very fair budget. Mm-hmm. And that's like giving us some wiggle room.
Yeah.
I would say.
I think
you
so.
Know?
I think so.
Yeah.
Help keep the dream alive. Send us your PayPals. Well, we don't
Send
use
us your
that.
PayPals and we'll just request money from you.
Venmo us.
Oh my god.
Either of us.
Yeah. That's a little scary, I think.
No.
Just getting Venmo, like, payments from random people.
I think we should charge all our friends, like, $2.
That happened to me not long ago. Someone
for charity, right?
I don't even really know.
Oh.
Someone just charged me, like, a few dollars. And I don't think there was really an explanation. And so I was like, what? And it was like right after I never used Venmo because I was like scared. But it was like right after I had first gotten it.
Yeah.
And someone just like a small charge showed up. And like obviously a charge doesn't go through until you like accept it. But I was like, why are you?
Mm-hmm. I've gotten Venmo charges for like $2 or $3 because I like someone's Facebook status by accident. That's like, if you like this Facebook status, you'll let me charge you $2 for like cancer awareness or something, you know?
That's interesting. It's an interesting tactic.
It's like long...
People are more willing to give something if it's just like on their phone.
Yeah.
That's what I did last year. I like baked a bunch of cookies and sold them for like the money all went to 3 different charities.
Oh
and,
yeah, I remember that.
People, and I didn't have Venmo at the time, which was stupid on my part, but people kept coming up to me and being like, will you take Venmo? Will you take Venmo?
Yeah.
And I was like, I really can't. I'm so sorry.
Aww.
But it really does.
Next time.
Yeah, next time I'll have to do Venmo.
Man.
Because it was, most people just wanted to give me money on Venmo. They were like, I don't want to get cash.
Yeah.
But.
And who like carries $2?
I usually have some singles on me.
Really? Mm-hmm. I feel like I never have singles.
I feel
and
like
then when you do, it's like a
many.
precious commodity.
Really?
For me.
Oh, I feel like I always end up with like, because I'll have money, but then I'll keep getting change for things. So then I have just like so many singles. And then it's like, I don't want to be that person to be like, okay, I'll pay for what I like my lunch in singles now. You know?
I am that person. I don't care. I have no shame. And I always pay change. Like,
I do that sometimes. For
especially
like
if no one's behind me. I'm like, you can wait.
And it's honestly easier being someone who worked, like, I worked at Smoothie King and taking change from people. It was always so nice when people were like, oh, I have exact change. Because then it's just like, you just open the cash tray, you put it in, you close it, they're done.
Okay, I'm glad to know it's appreciated.
It is. What really sucks, though, is when people are like, they hand you a 20, and then they're like, oh, wait, I have, like, it's like, you're charging them, like, 15, 12. And they hand you a 20, and they're like, oh, wait, I think I have 9 cents.
Yeah, and then
it's like, that doesn't help me.
Yeah, I never liked that.
If the screen is telling me how much money to give you because you gave me a 20, and now I have to then take this 9 cents from you and do the change, but not give you, like, the full change.
Yeah.
It is so dumb.
I agree.
I don't like that. That's just, like, keep your change. Keep your change.
Yeah.
I'll do the math out of 20. It's just dumb.
It is dumb, Michelle.
But that's people.
Speaking of dumb.
Speaking of dumb.
What's a good segue for today? Speaking of dumb, everything that's happening in the news right now is so dumb. It's just like, today I read an article that was all 66 men who have been accused of sexual assault since Harvey Weinstein. And by the way, we record these episodes early, so I'm sure it is more.
It'll be higher by then. Much higher. Who knows what'll happen between now and then? Because that's like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. And it's just like stupid to me that people, like that men think, and I'm sure there are a lot of women who have assaulted people.
Oh, absolutely. It does go
that anyone who is an assailant thinks like it's cool, like no big deal. You know, like this whole Matt Lauer thing, how he had like a button under his desk to lock the door from the inside.
That's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard.
Repulsive. And I read that a lot of executives have that. And I understand it for the purpose of like, you don't want anyone to come in when you have a phone call.
Maybe your receptionist should have that.
Yeah.
I don't think you should have that. I think your receptionist or your assistant should have that.
Yeah,
so they just know, like,
quick chat
in your calendar, you have a phone call. It's very important. No one can interrupt it. I'll lock the door for him or her or whomever. But there should be no reason you need to be like, lock the door.
Yeah,
from
like
your
a panic button, but opposite, because you're closing everyone in.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, you don't need to lock it from
ridiculous.
the inside. That's dumb.
But anyway, so
scary.
Us ladies have a lot of problems, and
a lot of problems.
You know, just to like, not like that we're making light of this situation anyway.
No, it's really a horrifying situation, and like the people who are coming forward about it are incredibly brave, and like that's a scary thing to do, and they shouldn't have to like put themselves in the public eye like that for something to be done about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of problems, and that's just like probably 70% of our problem.
There's so much more. And it's just things that like we have accepted as like life realities.
Yeah.
That if you're not a woman, like you just probably would never really encounter these problems.
Yeah.
Or have to think about them. But they're things that have just become a daily occurrence.
Yep.
But yeah.
And
but
so our segment that we're gonna do now, called Lady Problems, will lighten the mood.
It will.
And it is definitely not safe for work. It's definitely not safe for work, right? I mean, you have headphones in.
If you're listening to this like out loud at work, what kind of job do you have?
Yeah. That's not good. Honestly, have you not been fired by now?
Just like sitting there at your desk, like blasting our voices in your office. These people probably think we're crazy. But this is also part of our Please Don't Judge Us segment, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Thank God.
So we have this recurring segment that's happening. We did one already. We did Irrational Fears. No, Things That Make Us Cry.
Oh, yeah. But Irrational Fears was an afterthought.
Yeah, afterwards we were like, that could have been one. But Things That Make Us Cry. And now we have Lady Problems, which we think that most women will be able to relate to.
I hope so.
For the most part.
If I'm going to be embarrassed by what I say and Michelle's going to be like, Haley, what? Then I'm going to leave, I think.
We're just going to quit.
We're going to
quit right now.
Turn the camera and the microphone off and end it.
I think we'll probably have really similar things on our lists.
All right.
And I think people out there will probably have similar things on their mental lists that they're maybe making right now.
I think we're going to get a lot of, yeah.
Yeah.
And like a lot of, ooh.
But yeah, some of these that I have are like anecdotal, like specific things that happened to me. Good. And some of them are more general topics, but
I think most of mine are anecdotal.
Oh, good. Good.
Let's hear one. Let's kick it off, Michelle.
Kick it off? Okay, I want to kick it off going back to, like, early puberty, maybe even pre-puberty.
Oh.
Like, getting used to the feeling of wearing a bra for the first time. Okay. Wearing a bra, like, with underwire for the first time.
Okay.
Was maybe the most uncomfortable thing I've ever dealt with. And, like, That's not true. It's not the most uncomfortable thing I've ever dealt with. But it was horrifyingly uncomfortable, and I couldn't get used to the feeling of the underwire on my chest. Like, I couldn't.
Do you think it's because you, like, had itty-bitty titties?
Yes.
Because I never had that problem. And I still don't.
So maybe I was not ready to wear a bra.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem now. Now, like, I sort of get uncomfortable not wearing a bra.
Yeah, me too.
I sometimes...
Which is bad, societally.
It is bad. But no, sometimes I just feel like...
Yeah.
Sometimes they hurt if I don't wear a bra for too long.
They're just, like, there, you know?
They're just, like, there, and it's like...
And you're like,
if I walk too fast, or
like,
if I move too much.
Whenever I don't wear a bra, I'm like, when that gap between my boobs gets so big.
They're like facing two different directions.
Yeah, like, how did that happen? And you're like, oh, I have this whole flat chest.
This giant gaping crevice.
Oh, shoot, it begins.
Oh, God. But no, wearing it I think I wore my first bra in 6th grade, and I tried to get through a whole day. Mm-hmm. And it was a bra that my older sister had worn. Yeah. And it was passed down to me, which is, like... Weird. But I was, like, definitely, like, a -3 AAA. Yeah, like, teeniest little boobs ever. But it was, like, enough that you could see, like, the little point through my shirt, so I had to wear something. Mm-hmm. So I wore this bra, and it had underwire. And I tried to get through the whole day, and I was like...
Oh my God.
Like, I couldn't stop moving, and I was, like, pulling it down and pulling it to the side, and I couldn't get comfortable. Mm-hmm. And I got home and was like, I can't do this anymore, and just, like, wore the training bra for, like, the next year.
Oh my God.
I couldn't do it.
I never had that.
I just had to be, like, I'll wear it for a day, and I'll, like, breathe through it. Mm-hmm. And then I, like, eventually got used to it.
Wow.
It was, because I had a flat chest for, like, the first few years. But that, like, yeah, until, like, I would say my 18th year of life.
I used to wear 2 camis before I wore bras.
Oh, yeah! I used to do that, too!
I don't even know.
The shelf bras.
Yeah, I don't even know, like, when I got my first bra, but I remember that I couldn't hook them myself, so I would just hook them and then put them on, like, a shirt.
I still do that.
Michelle, you're grown.
Is that bad?
Yeah, you're gonna. Should I
not? Should I really not be doing that?
Like,
can someone comment and tell me if it's really wrong? And if you put your bra on like a shirt, like me too, can you let me know that I'm not alone?
The people I don't get are the people who hook it in the front and then like move it and then like put the hands through the. Are you making that noise? You're that face because you do that.
Wait. What do you mean? Are you talking about the ones that clasp in the middle?
No. Like, they put the bra on, like, upside down, kind of, and they hook it in the front, and then they, like, rotate it, and then they, like, put it over their boobs and, like, put their arms through.
I do that.
No!
I can't just hook it in the back myself. Are you telling me you put your bra on, and then you hook it in the back yourself? No way.
Every time. I swear to God,
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can unhook it from the back. That's no problem. Hooking it from the back, I cannot.
That's, like, a big deal.
Is that really a problem?
I don't know.
I hook it in the front, like right here.
Yeah.
I turn it around and I put my arms through, and then there's a trick I learned once. I don't know if it really works, but I put my, like, self forward, and then I put them in.
Oh, yeah.
Because it lifts them up.
I'm constantly touching my boobs while I put a bra on.
Yeah, you gotta, like, arrange them.
Yeah. The other day, at Thanksgiving Eve, my mom was like, you make sure you arrange your boobs. She was like, you gotta adjust. Because I was like, oh, do I
Make sure you arrange your boobs.
I was like, oh, it doesn't look like I have any cleavage. And she was like, yeah, push them in.
Yeah, you gotta, like,
and I was
scoop
like,
them.
Mom, you're so right.
Yeah, I didn't know that was bad. Or, like, not normal.
It's definitely not normal.
I think it's not normal to clasp it in the back because you need to be, like, especially, like, savvy to, like, get... mine right now that I'm wearing has 3 clasps. 3 clasps that I would have to do blindly and behind me? I don't know.
I wish everyone could see the look I just gave the camera. It's like, are you kidding? All right.
Well, now we know that about me, so...
Yeah, I'm moving on from that. You just embarrassed yourself.
I did. Well, here we are. What's your thing? Your next thing?
I feel like I need a good one. I hate when... should I go in order? Are we going to get to all these?
I don't know. We can get to as many as we can. We'll probably have some that are, like, overlapping or the same, so I think it'll be fine.
Okay. I really hate when you have like that one long hair, like anywhere, like on your arm. I always get on my arm. The other day I had one on my eyebrow. It was just like a long hair. And you're like, where and how did this grow? Because it wasn't there yesterday.
Do you get them on your ankle?
No, I don't get them on my ankle.
I mean, like, when you shave and you don't get totally down to the bottom.
And you forget.
And then you get that, they just keep growing, like, right around that, like, little very bottom piece of your leg on your ankle.
But I mean the ones that grow mysteriously. You're like, one day you're looking in the mirror and you're, like, doing your eyebrows.
Where did that come from? And
then the next day you're like, wait, what is this long? And they're always long and scraggly and not the color of your hair.
I know.
They're always, sometimes, most of the times I'm like, is that a thread that somehow stuck to my face?
Like, it's just stuck to me.
Yeah, but no, it's always a hair. I'm always like, like plucking it out.
Horrible. And it's like, in the middle of the night, they must just be like, boop.
Yeah. This is a phenomenon.
It is a phenomenon. And on top of this whole topic is just hair removal in general.
Yeah, that's a big problem. I actually I used to like shaving my legs because I only like them to be shaved all the time. Mm-hmm. And now I've been like better. Like maybe I shave like twice a week or 3 times a week.
I do like once or twice a week.
But it is like a big, it's an annoying process. I'm always like, I have a mustache and need to wax it. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah, it is stupid.
But I have to.
It's so dumb.
Because it's there and it needs to go.
I bleach mine. You bleach yours?
Mm-hmm. I feel like mine's already... Oh, yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. Looks good, Michelle.
Thanks. I haven't bleached it in a while.
Well, you're blonde.
I'm blonde, but my eyebrows are really dark. I mean, occasionally, it just gets shadowy for me.
Yeah.
So I just... And I notice it when I'm wearing a lot of makeup.
Mm-hmm,
because,
me too.
You know?
Wow.
But, I just use bleach. I use cream bleach.
If anyone is only listening and not watching, I'm literally stroking my mustache.
She's going...
Because it's the hairiest part. The hairiest parts are the sides.
Yeah.
And I can never get them on myself. Yeah. Like, sometimes I get it waxed, which is $7. It's so ludicrous. Dumb. It's like literally my lip. Anyway.
Well, I also hate, and this was something on my list, that when I get my eyebrows done, and I have for years and years, and I will not pay more than $8 for it. I'll pay $10 with the tip. Okay. But I will not pay more than $8.
Okay.
And I go to the same place every time I go. But sometimes, mostly when I've gone to other places, when the lady's like, are you sure you don't want your lip waxed? And I'm like, no, I don't, but why would you say that?
Michelle, like, that same thing happened to me when I was getting a manicure for junior prom.
She asked if you wanted your lip waxed?
She said, do you want your eyebrows done? And I was like, bitch, I don't do my eyebrows.
What a sales tactic.
I know.
It's like shaming. It's like, are you sure? Mm-hmm. Are you sure, you hairy beast? Mm-hmm. Like, you don't want
She's like, no, you want them. Like, literally, like, you want them. And I'm like, no, I don't.
No.
And I don't really ever do anything with my eyebrows, like, pluck a little. But they're, like, so normal.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything to yours.
Yeah. I feel like it would just be a waste of my time.
Yeah, mine get a little out of control.
Yours get long.
Mine get long. I have to get them trimmed. I get them waxed and trimmed. In case I haven't embarrassed myself enough this episode, I need someone to sit there with a pair of scissors and cut my eyebrows.
Oh my God, I love it. Ah.
Otherwise, they like stick up like I'm the Grinch.
That's when I wake up in the morning.
Or like I get out of the shower and I like dry my face and I'm like, ah!
Even when I wake up and I like look at myself in the mirror, I have to smooth them right away because I can't like bear to look at myself with my friggin' ugly eyebrows.
It's so true.
I'm like constantly just looking at me in the mirror and like my naked body and everything, but my eyebrows have to be flat.
My eyebrows have to be perfect.
Or I
camera ready. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't like that.
Ugh. Well, that was actually one of my things that I don't know what to do with my eyebrows. So I'm like, because every day it's like a new trend. Oh, it's the bushy eyebrows, the Cara Delevingne eyebrows. Oh, it's the thin eyebrows. Oh, it's the, like, make sure they're groomed, sure they're well shaped. I don't care.
You have to, like, pencil the shape
glitter
around
in them, like, color them in with a
rainbow eyebrows,
marker.
Polka dot eyebrows.
Yeah. So I'm just like, you know what? I have this brow gel, and I just shape my brows with that, and that's it. And then I go about my business.
I've never put makeup in my eyebrows, I don't think.
Really?
Other than, like, for costumes. But, like, I've never done the whole, like, I don't own any brow makeup.
I used to do it, and then I was like, this looks stupid.
I just can't. I feel like I would put it on, and then I would accidentally rub my face, and I would end up with this, like, brown streak on my face from my eyebrows.
That's what happens to me, my gel clumps, and then I try and, like, scrape it with my nail off, and I'm just like, whatever, this is a mess. Anyway, let's move down the body.
Wait, what are you gonna say next?
Here, I have one. Wait, I have one about your head still, too.
My head?
I've been getting gray hairs. Do you get... Well,
I've never gotten a gray hair.
Okay, so I get
I've
gray
never
hairs,
seen one. I've never seen one.
but they're just, like, maybe an inch long, and they, like, stick out.
Yeah, that happens.
I pluck them out of my head.
Is that bad? I feel like that's bad.
I don't know. And I
think
nervous.
you're not supposed to.
I take this medication to get more hair, and I'm, like, nervous that that's all the hair I'm getting. Like, it's... all the hair I'm going to get is going to turn gray.
I don't think so. I think something happens, like, because it's like a deficiency. I think it's just like a freak thing. I don't think it's anything to worry about. But I don't know if you're supposed to pluck them.
Yeah, I'm, like, pretty sure you're not. And then I'm like, every time I see one, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do my henna soon anyway. I'm going to dye my hair with henna, which I haven't done in a whole year, so I don't know when I'm going to do that. And I'm like, so it'll be fine. But then I just stare every day in the mirror, and I'm like, someone's going to see it.
I don't think anyone would see it. I think if they saw it, they would think it was like the
I like
light.
how you're looking at my head.
I'm looking
to
for
like
one.
make sure.
I can't see any.
I don't think there are any. I think they're all gone right now. But maybe one day. Those seem to pop up overnight too. I'm like, where the hell did you come
Things
from?
like that are just like suddenly they're there.
It's really rude.
It is. Like, give us some advance notice.
Yeah, exactly. I did not send you an invitation to my head. Okay, that was one of mine.
Okay.
You go.
Me go?
Yeah.
I don't know, like, if we want to get down these rabbit holes.
Mm-hmm. You know I do.
Okay, so do we want to go down the period rabbit hole?
Oh yeah, we could talk about periods.
Anything related to having a period and the ridiculous inconveniences and embarrassing moments it causes, i.e. wearing white pants and getting it unexpectedly, etc.
Yeah, I have a similar one, when you think your period's over and then it's not. From a real life anecdote that happened to me at Orange Theory.
No.
Yeah. Because, so apparently exercise exasperates down there.
Exacerbates?
Or like speeds it up. You know, like the stuff happening.
Yeah. I think it can like pause it or make it like a lot.
Yeah. I think it's like pause during and then like when you stop for a split second, it's like,
yeah. Well, yeah, I'll always, at the end of mine, if I'm going to the gym, I have to have, like, some sort of backup.
Well, my period's supposed to end on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
This was Tuesday.
Oh, God.
And it had been a longer lasting period.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted till Monday, and then I was like, oh, I'm home free. So Tuesday, I'm literally on the, I'm going through the whole class. It's like a class where we rowed toward the end. Mm-hmm. We were on the rowing machine toward the end. I'm rowing. And I'm like, oh no. Because you know, like you sit on the rower and you're like, it like happens.
Oh no.
And so I'm like, I have to go. And so I went in the bathroom and it was just like a hot mess.
Oh no.
And they keep tampons in the bathroom because they're
thank
smart. So obviously shoveling up there, but I was like, this is like, I was wearing black leggings, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
I just went in and finished my workout because I was like,
yeah, at that point, what are you gonna do?
What else am I gonna do? Like put my underwear in the sink right now? No.
You just wait till you get home.
It was horrible.
Soaking underwear in the sink, also an issue.
Yeah, been there
all the time.
I had this one really bad period over the summer where, like, I would put a tampon in, but my period would ignore it.
What?
And, like, I would, like,
that's happened to me, where it just, like, kind of goes around it.
Yeah. And
you, like, take it out and it's, like, not
it's
full.
Nothing.
But it just
Nothing's
went
on
it.
And I was like, this is not okay. Where else am I bleeding from right now? You know, I was like, what
Where is it going from?
So, that was also horrible.
Oh,
and
God.
I was doing, like, my longest run I've ever done on the boardwalk.
Oh, my God.
It was supposed to be 6 miles. I ran 2 miles, went home, and then tried to manage, and then put tampons in my running belt, and kept going, did my next 4 miles.
Oh my god. You know what's the worst too is when they like almost fall out. I had one totally fall out once.
Really?
Yeah, totally fell out. It was just too big. It was like too large.
Wow.
And because I got it. So when I was in high school, I didn't get my period till I was 15, so I was like a little old. And when I did get it, it was like every 3-4. I could never predict it. Like every 3-4 months. And so I got it once, and I didn't have anything with me, so I had to take one from someone, and it was just the wrong size. And I put it in, and we were like running around.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's out. Like, it just like fell out, and I just had to stop and be like, I can't fix this.
Oh no.
I just had to like walk around, like I was kind of like squeezing, like hoping that it would like stay, but I just had to like wait till I could get to a bathroom and fix it.
That is crazy.
It was horrible.
Before I started using tampons and I would try to do it, I didn't understand like how to do, like I would never put them in all the way.
Yeah.
And
then you
like,
sit down and you're like, ah!
Yeah. And I was like,
that's wrong.
Because everyone's like, oh, you can't feel it. You can't feel it. And so I was like, are they sure about that?
I feel it. No, it's true. You put it in, you go to school, you sit in the car and you're like, oh, that was wrong. I got to do that again when I get to school.
Yeah.
Oh, that was bad. That was why I wore pads for like a solid 1 time.
Good
and
for
then
you.
I did tampons because I felt like I was waddling around. And I felt like I know no one can see it, but I felt like everyone could see it.
Yeah.
I would only wear sweater dresses while I was on my period.
Oh my god. Well, they're honestly nasty pads. Like I do good riddance to them. I do not miss them.
Yeah, good riddance. I could never.
I actually have another period related story.
Do you?
Here's another problem. Do you ever put in a tampon and then you like can't remember if you did it or not?
Yes. All the time.
I used to like be in our apartment and like be going to class. Like I go to the bathroom, put in a tampon, leave for class. I'm walking to class and I'm like,
and you're like,
oh my god,
no.
I can't believe I forgot to put in a tampon.
Yep.
And then I will go to CVS and buy a box of tampons.
Oh my
and this
God.
happened to me maybe 3 times.
Oh, all the time. How did you do the other day?
I mean,
and I was like,
where I bought one.
you bought them. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, I was it all the time.
Yeah.
And I actually one time did forget.
Oh, good.
And I was wearing white pants. I was babysitting.
But did you know? Like, did you catch it?
Not until I saw it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
I never had the
I
white
was
pants
babysitting
tragedy
children.
happen.
And I couldn't explain that to any, like,
Wow.
I probably should have been able to explain that to someone.
Yeah.
But I was like, ah! And like,
What'd you do?
I borrowed pants.
Wow.
Yeah. It was horrifying. It was one of my most mortifying.
Sorry for making you relive it. Just
It was now that I relive it, I realize how horrible that was. But I think I covered it pretty well, but it was like sad and I was so mad at myself because I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I've also put in one before taking out the first.
I would never.
And then realized and went, oh my God, and didn't explain it to anyone that I was with, like other people.
Yeah.
I went, oh my God, and got up and went to the bathroom and took 2 out of myself.
Yeah. That's a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was fine. I was fine. It was only for like a few minutes. I didn't like leave it all day. But yeah, it was bad.
But if you're like going to change your tampon, like how can you forget you have one in you?
Don't know.
You must have been blackout drunk.
It was the middle of the day.
You must have been blackout drunk.
It was like in between classes. Like I was not drunk.
God.
I was just maybe like absent-minded. Like maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. This was like not long ago. This was like maybe a year ago.
Oh, Michelle.
Not even.
You're making it worse for yourself.
I'm making it worse. Yeah. So.
Well, I'm done with the period.
I think that's all I have about that rabbit hole.
Me too. Do you have any
other than the fear of TSS?
Oh, well, that fear is real.
It's a real fear.
Ugh.
But yeah. Do you have more things?
Yeah. Let's stay in that nether region.
In the nether region. I hate that.
So, here's an anecdote. And I don't know if you have this experience because you're a little skinnier than I am. But like when in the summer, like not only do I get chub rub, like thigh rub, you know.
Oh yeah, like chafing.
I get butt chafing. Like my butt cheeks like chafe on my legs. Like the crease between my butt cheeks and my legs chafes.
From, like, wearing a bathing suit?
Yeah, and, like, walking around in shorts and stuff. And, like, you know, wearing a thong and whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's horrible.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm like, oh, did I just, like, shave wrong? And then I'm like, no, that's my butt chafing.
Oh, it's the worst feeling. Like, wearing shorts that are just, like, a little too rough, too. And, like, right in the inseam.
Yeah.
And you're just like, there's nothing you can do about it until you change. There's just nothing.
Why don't we all just wear... Well, even if I wore, like, baggy shorts, my butt would still, like, touch my leg. You know what I mean? Like, that crease would still exist.
Yeah.
I would have to only wear, like, Bermuda shorts, which I will never do again.
Bermuda shorts. I think our solution to all these problems is just wearing Bermuda shorts.
You're right. You're right.
We just wear Bermuda shorts and cotton underwear, and that's it.
That'll solve a lot of problems.
I love cotton underwear. I'll tell you that.
Thank you for telling me that.
Comfy underwear.
I like it too, but I, like, never wear it, so I don't have any, you know?
I wear them, like, around the house.
I don't have around the house
like,
underwear.
to bed. Yeah. I like the ones that are just, like, they call them briefs, but they're not, like, real briefs. But they're, like, briefs.
Yeah.
I like those kind. They're comfy.
I want to get those, like, boy short ones to, like, wear around the house and stuff.
Those, I feel like, kind of, like, ride up.
They do. I've never worn them.
Because they're, like, shorts. But they're not shorts. They're, like, longer underwear, but too short to be shorts. So they give you wedgie.
Yeah. I don't get this. Like, men, you have boxers and you have briefs. And you
I
have
don't get how
boxer
they wear
briefs.
boxers.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
How do you stuff all that in there?
Yeah. I don't know. But you have 3 types of underwear. Here's what we have. We have
oh my God,
bikini, thong. We have boy brief. We have boy shorts. We have G-string. High-waisted.
Low rise.
Yeah. We have cheeky. Like we have
every
all sorts
store
of
has
shit
like 10 different kinds.
That make no sense to me. And I'll be like, here's what I want. First of all, I only wear, I don't know if you're like this, but I'm like this. I only wear like nude and black underwear and
oh no,
bras.
I got every color.
Yeah, I'm like not big into color because I'm like, what if this shows?
It's probably smart to just get neutrals.
Yeah,
but I sometimes I like the fun ones.
Well, that's really nice.
That are like fun designs and fun colors. Because then I'm like, this is nice.
I'm literally never like that.
I like it.
And what was I saying?
Do you only wear nude and black?
And then why was I saying it?
I don't know.
Rewind. I don't know. Oh well. I don't.
You're like, I don't know if this applies to you because I only wear nude and black.
Oh yeah, but when I go shopping and I like pick up all the like nude and black underwear and they're like all these different shapes and stuff, I'm like, no, this is not right. All I want is like underwear for when I'm my period and like thongs, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And that's all I want. So why do you have well, I like cheeky sometimes, but I'm like, why do you have cheeky and like all these other things that are so unnecessary?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, then you have to make it part of your outfit. It's like,
part of your outfit.
Like,
but you like match them?
No, but I'm like, oh, I wear thongs with leggings, like,
yes,
you know.
Yeah.
You like, I have to get out of the shower and then I have to know what I'm wearing before I put my underwear
That's
on.
true.
Which is true. The worst.
You do, because I've been like, oh, I'll just get into my underwear, and then I'm like, oh wait, I wanted to wear these leggings. Gotta change them.
Yeah. Like, I don't like wearing thongs with jeans because...
No, I don't like that
I
either.
mostly just pull up my thong instead of my jeans.
Oh, yeah.
By accident.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Every time I fall
and then you
down.
give yourself a wedgie.
You give yourself a wedgie and you're showing off to everyone.
Oh, it's bad.
You're lacy panties. So, honestly, over it. And there used to be a period in my life where I was like, I'm only wearing thongs.
Oh, my God, no.
And now I'm not like that.
No. Also, can we talk about how certain underwear give you front wedgies?
Ew, I hate
and it's the worst
wedgie.
feeling in the whole world, especially like if you're at the gym and you're like running and you get one. Mm-hmm. What do you do about that?
I just go for it.
You can't, like, regular underwear, you can pick a wedgie pretty subtle, like, and no one's really gonna say anything about it because it's like, oh, it's just your underwear's in the way. But you can't like stick your hand down there.
A front wedgie, you have
dislodge.
You literally have to like stick your hand and go all the way around.
You have to.
Right?
Yes.
Like,
You have to like dislodge, replace,
Yeah.
smooth,
Yeah.
and reset.
But I would just go. I mean, I don't like go in a public gym, but I would just go for it because I've seen so many men adjusting themselves in public
That's true.
that I'm like, who cares? I'm going to do it too. And if you find it repulsive, then stop touching your balls. Like,
You make a very good point. That I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
I've always been like, I'll just suffer through this horrible feeling for the next mile and a half, and then I'll go to the locker room and fix it.
it's the same thing like, oh, you got an itch in your butt crack, like the very top, just itch it. Who cares? In public, who's going to know?
And only the very top.
No, seriously, don't go
like in there.
No, only the top.
No,
I'm
only the
only
top.
giving you permission for the top. The rest is that's nasty.
That's good.
Do not do that.
Take care of that in a private place.
I have another butt related one.
What's
You know those?
I mean, everyone has butts.
Me and Michelle are going to dinner and we left dinner and I'm wearing these like textured leggings.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm like sweating a little and I'm like, my butt itches so bad from these leggings. Mm-hmm. That's another problem when you're wearing a thong and like you're wearing the wrong material on your bare butt.
Oh yeah, no. Or when you accidentally like, I mean, I've done a lot because I've done like, you did dance, so it's like you're wearing your dance costume and then you have to change into your regular clothes and you forget that you were in a thong and you have these other clothes you're gonna put on, like a dress.
Oh, I always wear a thong with a dress.
Or like
so bad.
Or like something that's like really flowy.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, like
you're,
I'm
like,
so exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I remember the
worst.
days of like wearing booty shorts under everything.
Oh yeah, I
But
still
I
do that
don't.
sometimes. I have some things because in Boston, like the wind was crazy.
Yeah.
So you're wearing a dress, you have to wear shorts under it. Because I had a couple experiences where I was like, my dress is up over my face, and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I would
always
just
like,
sometimes.
everyone's seen a naked butt. Like, I don't care
Yeah,
anymore.
like they show it in PG-13 movies. It's
Yeah.
fine.
And like, you want to look at my cellulite butt? Please. Good luck recovering
away.
from that.
Look as much as you'd like.
Do you have any we didn't talk about? Oh, we're nearing the end.
We are nearing the end. Having no clothes that can go in the dryer.
Oh yeah, all mine
Ever.
are hang only.
My drying rack is always just full. My sweaters can't
My
even go
drying
in the
rack
dryer.
used to like fall off my door at school.
Yeah. Your stuff would be on the floor. And never being able to get mascara off ever. I mean, that applies to anybody who wears mascara.
Wait, isn't
but-
it like 2 days after? Okay, it's like you're wearing mascara and you take it off, and then you shower, and then the next day you don't wear makeup, and then you shower again,
That was today for me.
and then the next day you put your mascara on, and isn't it like the greatest feeling?
Yes.
because it's like the smoothest, nicest eyelashes
You're like,
you've ever
yeah,
seen in your life, and they're
Where
all
did these
separate.
come from?
They're all separated.
Yes. Yeah.
So
It's so
beautiful.
true. I had the experience though today where I didn't wear makeup all morning, and yesterday I took my makeup off. I showered, and then today after my shower, I got out of the shower and there was a ring of mascara under my eyes. I was like,
makes
where
no
did it come
sense.
from? I got all of this off. I use the makeup wipes. I use everything,
Yeah,
and it's still I have like that black ring under
it's
my
so
eyes.
rude.
Or like you wake up in the morning and suddenly there's more.
Yeah, I love the way I look in the morning after a
my
night
God.
out.
Oh,
And you think you're taking your makeup
you're like,
off,
oh, I
but
did such a good. My face is so
drunk
clean.
Haley
You wake up
does
and you're
not
like,
do
"Ugh." I have ever slept on the red mark
What red mark?
or on like the X on your hand.
Yeah.
Have you ever slept on that? And you wake up and you have a Sharpie stain on your face. Like nothing proves you are trash more than waking up and having an X on your face or like the tits stamp
That is so true.
on your face from sleeping on your hand.
I remember distinctly having a blue one,
Yep.
being like, God help
I had
me.
one once that I must have like rolled over a few times. I had it like on my cheek, on my neck, down my neck, on this side. I must have just been like rolling all over my hand. And I had the X on. Like someone stamped me all over. Horrifying.
Oh man, that has not happened to me in a long time.
I know. Yeah, it hasn't hasn't happened in a long time.
Well, I don't know if you have any else you want to share.
That's most of my big ones, I would say. I think that's pretty much
Well, I'm going to end
Do you
with
have
this
another
one.
one?
It's controversial.
controversial.
Yeah. So this is going to be the ending.
Okay.
Listen, I think catcalling's really bad.
Yes.
But, like, I think it's worse when you get a lazy catcall. When someone
Okay, I wanna hear
catcalls
this.
you, like, lazily.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I want to hear, like, an example.
Like, just like hey, sexy. I'm like, oh my God. Like, who cares that you're calling me sexy? Like, no one. I'm going to walk away from that and not speak to you or say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like, I don't know, something longer, more descriptive. It doesn't have to be sexual. You know what I mean? Like, yell a pickup line at me through your car window, and I will acknowledge it.
Or, like, when people just are, like, out of their car
yeah.
windows, like, what does that mean? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm like,
what do you want
Are
from
you
me?
a wild animal?
Yes.
If
Yes, they are,
if
yes.
If you are able to complete a full sentence while yelling at me, and it's, like, supposed to be a compliment,
It's like, hi, you look really nice. Would you like to date me? Like, what if someone yelled that out of a
that
car
would be
window?
nice. I wouldn't mind it. But even if it's, like, clever, like a pickup line, like, I don't know. I don't have any pickup lines on the top of my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would
like
be
something
like,
they
okay,
crafted.
listen, you took some time, you thought about it. And that's
You're still
okay.
harassing me.
You are harassing me, but, like, it's more respectable because you, like, thought about it before you did it.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You took the time to be like, what am I going to say to this girl? Instead of just doing whatever popped in your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
One time I got catcalled when I was like, well, me and Becca got catcalled when we were like 14.
Oh, God.
This one, it was not a good one. This one was dumb. And we're walking home from the movies from at the beach. So we're walking on the boardwalk at like midnight. And some guy goes, nice hair. It would look better on my couch.
Ew!
And I was like, what does that even mean? Like,
That's the scariest thing
because
Ew.
to me, obviously, like, I know what that means, but, like, to me, the first visual I have is, like, literally he's stroking my head, like, my hair, just my hair, like, unattached from my head.
Or, like, he cuts it and just, like, lays it on his couch.
Lays it on his couch.
Like
He's like, oh, now
Silence
it
of
looks
the Lambs.
better.
Like,
like, he's cutting my hair, puts it on his couch, he's like, that's much better. You know?
Ew. Yeah, that's better. It was on her, but now it's on my couch. Ew! Oh, that's so gross.
But if you, like, said a funny catcall to me that you were like, oh, I want to tell this girl she's pretty, but, like, and make it funny, I would be like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, well, it might be less of a catcall then.
Yeah, but if it's in passing, it's catcall, don't you think?
I guess so. I feel like catcall implies disrespectful. I mean, if someone respectfully said something to you that was, like, trying to be funny and maybe, like, wasn't pushy or, like, entitled to you, you know, then maybe it wouldn't be a catcall. But I think if someone's shouting something at you in passing, probably it's going to come off disrespectful.
I think, like, take Halloween. I was a LaCroix.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And if a guy yelled at me on the street, like, damn, girl, I want to drink you up, I'd be like, you're right. Because I'm a LaCroix. Very good. You know? I mean, like, I was
got
like,
it.
Ah! I'd be like, you got the costume.
You got the costume. Thank you for that.
You thought about like some way to incorporate the costume, and it's over now.
And it's over, and goodbye.
Yeah.
For the evening.
I would acknowledge it as, like, you did something.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. Like at least you tried.
Like, you put in effort.
You put it in the work.
And you weren't just, like, whistling at me.
Yes.
Which is very kind. Thank you for refraining.
It's a step.
Anyway.
Still.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I told you it would be controversial.
Yeah. I had a man once sing a song to me.
Oh, see.
It was scary.
Oh, okay.
It was scary.
I was gonna say, see, that sounds.
Oh, no, he was
kind of
definitely over the age of 60.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
And he followed me singing a song. I don't know what the song was.
Maybe he was just singing it before.
No, he was following me.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
Yeah, it was scary. But it's, like, not necessarily a lazy cat call.
You're right.
It was a lot of effort, but it was scary. And I was like, what makes you think that if you sing this song and follow me, that I'm going to turn around and be like, hi, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty fucked, honestly.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's just like, why?
That's like the beginning of a horror movie.
It sounded kind of like, you know when like children sing in a horror movie, it's like kind of slow and scary? It was like that.
You know I hate when children sing.
Yeah. Well, it didn't sound like a child singing, but it sounded like the kind of song they typically sing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of lyrical and like supposed to sound nice, but doesn't sound nice, you know?
Oh, I hate it.
But
well, I hope all of you at home think about what we just talked about, which is nonsense, honestly.
Yeah. And if there's things we didn't mention, we really would love to commiserate via comments. So
and if
please.
you know anyone who has catcalled, if you are ever
maybe direct them to this episode.
Be like, instead of being like, oh, stop, maybe be like, try harder. Maybe yell something like, that was so uncreative. Like, just...
If you feel safe enough to do so.
Yeah. Just be a little, like, constructive criticism about it.
Can I offer you... Like, you stop and go up to that. Can I just offer you, like, a few tips and tricks?
Yeah. First of all, it's okay to say, hi, how are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Even
people do that.
Add a pretty lady is fine, I think. What do you think? Like a, hi,
maybe
how
you look nice.
Like, how you doing, pretty lady? Like, pass. No, that might be a lot.
It's a little creepy.
It depends who's doing it.
It's a little creepy.
Okay, so maybe just be like, hi, how are you?
Yeah. How you doing, pretty lady? I imagine like a cowboy walking by and going like, how you doing, pretty lady?
Yeah,
like,
right.
what? No.
Right. No. So when you... I thought this
Unless
was
you're
over.
a cowboy.
Unless you're a cowboy. When you are being catcalled, just be like, hey, maybe be nicer about it. No. Be like, hey, maybe put some thought into it and less objective remarks about my body.
Mm-hmm. Second draft.
Yeah.
Send me a second draft and I'll revise it.
Be like, here's my email.
Don't give your email to anyone.
Here's my bank account information.
Here's my social security number. My phone number, my home address, my keys.
Oh man, if we had lawyers, they'd probably make us like say something right now. After giving that advice.
It's not real advice.
Okay, anyway.
Okay.
On that note, I think we should end. Thank you everyone for listening.
Thanks.
Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, like
follow us on our new Instagram and Facebook.
Yes. Make sure to leave a review in words and not just stars on iTunes. It would really help us out. And that's it.
That's it.
All right. Bye.